Hello everyone, and welcome back into another video. Today we're having a look at the Strun Prim Incarnon and what this weapon is capable of. Without the Incarnon form, it's just a basic shotgun with a very tight spread, so you can hit enemies from further away than other shotguns. But by transforming the weapon into the Incarnon form, this weapon becomes a rocket launcher that, well, deals just a bit more damage. But that's enough introductions for now, so let's jump into the build. Starting from the Incarnon evolutions, your first evolution is gonna be the actual Incarnon form. After hitting weak points, you will start charging the Incarnon meter, and after pressing your Alt fire button, it will transform into the Incarnon form. Evolution 2 increases your base damage by 2, and on firing, it increases your base multishot by 5, stacking up to 5 times, so 25 more base multishot. The other evolution is not that great, it only increases your punch through if you have a channeled ability active, which isn't that great. Evolution 3 increases your reload speed by 60%, and this is what we are going to use, because the other two evolutions aren't that great. Like for example, projectile speed isn't worth it because we can use mods for this, and this one only restores bullets, which isn't that great either. Finally, for Evolution 4, we're going to use Elemental Balance, which increases your base status chance by 11.3, and the Incarnon form base status chance by 136%, which is just completely insane, and puts the Incarnon form at a staggering 182% status at base, so that means you can add mods and increase this even more. The other two evolutions aren't that great. For example, this one only increases your crit chance, but the weapon already has enough crit chance to be worthwhile, and Brutal Edge adds a little bit of each stat to the weapon, which isn't great because, yeah, this weapon shines whenever you build a lot of status. Let's now have a look at the base stats of the weapon after applying the Incarnon evolutions. The normal mode has a fire rate of 3.33, multishot of 12, magazine of 10 bullets, and a reload speed of 2.9 seconds, which sounds really slow, but the weapon reloads 1 bullet every time in the magazine, so that's why it takes so long to reload. Trigger is semi-automatic, which will be important later. Weapon has a punch through of 0.8 meters. The Raven disposition is 4 out of 5, so if you have any Ravens, they are worth using. Base crit chance is 24% with a critical multiplier of 2.2, which is above average. Status per projectile is 18%, which for a shotgun is quite high. And this fire mode mostly deals impact damage, followed by slash and then puncture. The Incarnon form has a fire rate of 2.5, trigger is still semi-automatic, and it can hold a maximum of 40 charges. Base crit chance is 48%, with a critical multiplier of 3.4, which is just completely broken, and status chance is once again a staggering 182%. The projectile itself will deal impact damage, while the explosion deals mostly slash damage, followed by blast and puncture, in a radius of 4 meters. And these are the mods I'm going to use for today's build. I'm running Galvanized Hell for more multishot and On Kill even more multishot, Blaze for more damage and more heat, Scattering Inferno for more heat and more status chance, Critical Deceleration for more crit chance at the cost of some fire rate, Prime Ravage for more crit damage, Shotgun Elementalist for more status damage and more magazine capacity, Galvanized Savvy for more status chance and On Kill even more damage depending on how many statuses are affecting the target, and finally the most important mod for today's build, which is Semi-Shotgun Cannonade. What the mod does is it locks your fire rate at whatever base value it was, which means the 20% negative fire rate on critical deceleration won't be affecting us anymore, and it additionally adds 240% more damage and 1.5 meters of punch through. Then I'm using Galvanized Acceleration in my Exile slot for more projectile speed and On Kill even more projectile speed. This also affects your fall off, so we can shoot enemies from further away without losing any damage. And finally, in my Arcane slot, I'm using Primary Merciless, but if you want, you can go for Shotgun Vendetta. It's probably going to be more damage with this one because it does increase your multishot by quite a lot. But since Primary Merciless is easier to acquire, I will use this one instead to gain 30% more damage on kill, stacking up to 12 times, and also to increase reload speed by 30%. That's pretty much the build. Let's now see it in action. So what we have here are 20 heavy gunners at level 225 with steel path modifiers, so they are very tanky enemies that you won't usually see in your normal everyday mission, and by just shooting them with a normal fire mode, you'll see that the weapon is able to kill them surprisingly fast. We also have that 1.5 meters of punch through that allows for well, some more AoE, which is always nice to have on a single target shotgun. Damage on the primary mode is alright, but it's nothing impressive. But when we transform the weapon into its Incarnon form, well, things change a little bit. And we are able to kill everything in just one single shot. You don't have to go for headshots, just shooting the body will suffice. You will be able to kill everything that you hit. It's just that easy, and now that we have some all the stacks active, well, these high-level enemies are pretty much already gone. It's just insanely strong. We can also apply viral. In this case, by using my Panzerwupperpfeiler, I can apply viral onto enemies and even armor ship them. So yeah, things will be a little bit more broken than before. So everything will just now disappear in seconds because they are affected by viral and also being armor shaped by our cat here. And of course we can add more damage from, for example, Eclipse here that gives me 47% more damage. And well, at that point, I mean, you see what happens. Everything just dies. It's not even fun anymore. Yeah, I mean, I think it's alright, I guess, but yeah, very strong Incarnon form and very strong weapon in general. It's just completely broken. So yeah, that's pretty much the Strun Prime. It's such an amazing weapon. It also looks fantastic, which is just bonus points. You can also use the Strun right if you want, although stats will be a lot lower than the Prime version, so that is up to you. For me, the Strun Prime is just a better alternative because it has more crit chance. Anyway guys, I will now leave you to the showcase where I test the weapon in a 5-minute survival against some Grenier enemies in Stealth Path, so you can have a look at what the weapon performs in a more realistic scenario. If you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like and subscribe for more content. Have a great rest of the day, and bye bye.
Life support has been cut off. They're trying to choke you. Activating it will buy you